Hey, before this video gets started, I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. If you find yourself watching this video, and obviously you have because you can hear this, if you decide for whatever reason to nope out of this video before it finishes, and I mean like well before it finishes, like before the halfway mark or at any point, like you decide like to leave before it's done, do me this favor and leave a comment down below explaining exactly why you're leaving. If it's my voice, if it's the audio, like the audio quality, if it's the co-host voice, if the video is just boring, doesn't matter what it is. Like even if it's like, well, I suddenly had to poop and I had to leave. Like doesn't matter what it is, just tell me what it is down below because I'm trying to boost audience retention. And I feel the only way to really do that is by having the audience tell me what's making them lose retention. So enjoy the show. I could have easily just like been like, oh. Also, yeah, the Switch hasn't been on the dock for like what, 2 or 3 weeks now? I think about 2 weeks. So whoops. But we're back. This is after finally getting through that one section that constantly glitched.
Why did the visor-controlled Mubies hesitate to attack you?
Oh, crash.
Mubies? That's what you call my fellow escapees?
Oh, right. You also busted out of that TCRI lab a few months back.
Was that jailbreak really carried out by pro-mutant activists?
There was no jailbreak. One night, all the cage doors just
I don't
clicked
like
open.
her as a character.
What?
Like, I genuinely...
TCRI just
Cammy is
walk out of there?
annoying.
I didn't know where to go. Found myself alone in Central Park. I was filled with so much hatred for humanity. How could the same species that put me in a cage be flying kites
East
and
Side
riding
Story.
merry-go-rounds?
Funny.
That's when I started to dream about a city just for mutants. Where we could live carefree, just like those people in Central Park. I knew about the effect my scent had on other animals. But to start a revolution, I needed to be able to influence more than just a few at a time. I needed the resources and bioengineering muscle of someone like TCRI to amplify my influence. So, I offered to return to the lab. Not as a subject this time, but as a co-researcher. Together, we elaborated samples of my natural odor into synthetic pheromone.
Like, are y'all watching her mouth
That's what
move?
you used to
It's
poison the water.
abysmal. Like, it's just...
Poison's
It's like a...
loaded
It's worse than a Muppet. Because
But in any
Muppets
case,
usually have
my
some
goal
sort of,
was
like,
to liberate
personality to the way their mouths
newbies,
move.
as you say.
Because it's a hand.
Now they're TCRI
Unless you're Big
prisoners.
Bird. Like, her mouth is moving
should've
like
known
Big
better than to
Bird.
make a deal
Which
with my
means that,
former
like, a
captors.
lot of the sounds that she's
But
making
we can
don't
still save them,
don't
right?
work.
One camp
Because
at
she
a
doesn't
time?
have... Because her
We
lips aren't
need to
moving.
destroy the source of TCRI's mind control.
Like the word
You saw
mind
those two
control.
blimps circling the skies?
Like, you meh
They're
with
Wi-Fi
an M.
Of
Wi-Fi
course. That's what TCRI
balloons.
streaming to the visors.
You need some
So
bleh.
what, we
You got
pop
about
the balloons?
bleh. If you ain't gonna bleh,
have
you
debris
can't say
falling on
balloons.
civilians. I say we go up there and install Wi-Fi blockers.
Okay, gents, and lady, we have our next 2 targets. Let's take to the skies and take away TCRI's army.
But wait, how exactly are we boarding these blimps?
We don't know.
I'll ask April to figure out where they're docking. She said
Because
she
I
was
have no
doing a
clue.
story on 'em.
It was my idea, but it's not my plan. It's going to be her plan, and if it doesn't work on her end, she failed. Oh, I love it when we gotta load. Da 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 da. Gotta sit here through the load times. Actually, you don't. Calling me shocked. It's been 3 months.
Okay,
It's been
what
2
shall
months.
I do today?
It's been 2 months. I can't do math. It's been 2 months since the quarantine started. If I'm not mistaken, I think we did get all of the upgrades for everybody. Oh gosh. Yeah. Oh, you all just in my house now. I am not going back in that cage We need to do some stuff to make the things that I want happen. Oh man, I haven't been on the hunt for more of the outfit codes. I just didn't. Oh yeah. I did forget. I took the outfit. Oh, goodness gracious. I took the outfits off because somebody said that might have been one of the reasons the game was crashing. Do I care? Do I care enough? No, I don't. Like, we're fine. I watched the 1990 TMNT movie the other day, Friday. It's Sunday. And yeah, that movie is still like one of my favorite movies. It's not like, oh, this movie's pretty good. No, man. Let Daddy talk to you. Let Daddy talk to you. There's a guy on the internet. Well, he's a real person. There's this dude named Brett Bayonne. He's on this YouTube channel called Super Beard Bros. Golly, I hope I ain't going too far. He's the shaper of stories on Twitter and Twitch. And he introduced me, not personally, but through a video of theirs. Arrow 404. How hilarious is that? He introduced me to a concept called like little fat in a film. And I don't know if it's like something that, you know, people in the industry actually say, or if it's just like something he came up with to describe. Basically, a movie that doesn't have scenes that aren't required. And so effectively, like in my personal opinion, most movies that have love scenes, you know what I mean? Because in most cases, that's never required. It's just fan service. It's just there for the sake of like people like seeing that, but it doesn't push the plot forward. It never pushes the plot forward. It's completely irrelevant to everything that's going on. TMNT from 1990.
April's first pin.
I'm not speaking for all three of the films, but I am saying that like that movie doesn't really have. I think it might have like one or two scenes. Like when I say scenes, not shots, but scenes, because there's an establishing shot in the very early part of the movie, like during the opening, like before the credits, where when April is talking, and it shows some of the foot boys, and so some of the foot boys going into the I don't want that to happen to me. It shows them going into the hideout, and like it's not relevant. Like it really isn't relevant. Like it doesn't alter the state of the movie. Like it doesn't make the movie. It doesn't make things make sense. But it's just an establishing shot of all the places that we're going to be going in the movie, and like of one of the places we're going to be going. And I like that. Okay, I didn't know what I was. King food, rock and roll. We still getting new variations. Okay.
April's first pin.
Now let's find ourselves a tall building.
Let's see if we get past that fight first before I go into trying to have this conversation, because it's a really good conversation. Because as much as I've talked about, I considered, like I genuinely considered, hey, get up, like Josh, yeah, you come over here. to avoid breaking the barrel if I could. That's it. Because I started thinking to myself, I could probably dedicate my entire TikTok page to talking about TMNT. Completely different one. Completely different mutation. Like I thought about it in the sense that like not because like I have so much knowledge about that. I know somebody. It's not so much that as it is it's not so much that as it is like I just have things to say. Like I feel like, yeah, there's plenty of stuff I have to say. Because it seems like, so I don't think they fixed the game. I think there's a flaw in the game when it comes to the Switch. Because it finally...
I can't keep this up much longer.
Get together.
Donnie, it's your turn.
Easy mode.
Yeah, bad things might happen to me right now. Like, you see how much health that like it took, and I don't know why. Oh my god! Like I can't stop hitting him.
Delivery complete.
Stop! Like that is dumb. That is so dumb. Since we here,
Donnie, it's
might
your
as well
turn.
bring me another one.
Easy
Jeez.
mode.
Oh man, it's like this is the thing. Like, I'm a firm believer that something made for children doesn't have to be easy, but I think it has to be accessible. Oh, I think he's stuck out there. Oh my god. Are you serious right now?
Donnie, it's
Now
your turn.
supposedly when I do this,
Easy mode.
like these boxes are supposed to land on enemies if they're nearby.
Sorry.
Hey, Cammy, you settling in okay?
I can't believe
Thank
you
you.
all just live here. Together.
It's not quite that mutant utopia you were dreaming of, but we have fun.
I personally think we should invite a TV reality crew into the sewers. Teenage hormones meet mutant pheromones. The idea sells itself.
Like clearly we're going up there. Okay, we can't go that way. So the thing I was saying is that like the difference between this and the last I took the cartridge out of the Switch. That's what I did. And it seems like twice in a row taking the cartridge out of the Switch has been able to fix the glitch, like fix whatever is causing it to crash. And this is the only game on my Switch that I've ever had this problem with. Like I've only ever had one like game on cartridge that gave me troubles, and that was Link's Awakening. And like whenever I would like close it, I would have to like delete the data before I could start the game up again. Like I don't know, it's something about like the way the game cached its data that ruined it, and I don't know why like this suddenly is happening. I'd have to play something else on cartridge to see if it's happening there. But obviously the Switch is in the dock, it's in a stable location. Like I don't know. Either way. So yeah, like the first TMNT movie is is a movie that I consider to have like very little fat. Most of the scenes in the film are related to scenes that all scenes give information that you need later. All of them. Every single one. Like, even if it's like, well, they didn't talk about this until like later in the movie. Yeah, but if they hadn't set this one part up, that thing they said later wouldn't have made any sense. And there aren't any scenes that happen for no reason. Like, there's no scene in the film that isn't connected to something. Like, even though it does that one thing that I kind of dislike for a lot of movies, it introduces a romance angle between Casey and April. But here's the thing. As I watched that movie, and like for one of the first times ever, I understood why they did that with Casey and April. Because like the way Casey was at the start of that movie, he wasn't necessarily a jerk. He wasn't necessarily a bad guy. Like, you should never play a action game where you dread combat encounters. Like, unless it's Resident Evil. In which case you just you always end up in Resident Evil not wanting to fight. At least I do. I was like, it's not that like I'm afraid. I'm afraid. That's it. It's like, it's not that I don't think I can handle it. It's just that Resident Evil has a way of making sure that you don't feel comfortable in every encounter. Golly. What? Okay. Like, do you do more damage in the air? What's happening? I don't understand you. But yeah, like, in the beginning of that movie, Casey was just like a guy's guy. So like, the movie starts. April is reporting on the Foot. Goes outside, gets accosted by the Foot. The turtles show up, blow out the light with the side. All right, cool. We're moving on. But what ends up happening? Where am I going? But the thing is, like, if it wasn't for Raphael throwing the side and then losing it, there's no reason for them to meet up with her later on. There's no reason for Raphael to decide, I'm gonna stalk April and get my side back. Because I don't think that might have been the original plan. I don't think him following her for, like, you know, whatever reason. Hey, it's a turtle blunt. So he does that. Like, he has to do all of that. Like, all of the things that have to happen. And it's amazing to me. Like, I think, like, the most, like, we kind of didn't need this scene in the entire movie is probably, I don't know where I am. Is when golly, I'm running out of help already. Is when they are first showing you the Foot hideout. And when I say you probably don't need that, what I mean is you probably don't need it. Because all it's really showing you is how they recruit these kids. That's it. It's all about how they recruit the kids.
It's your turn.
They give them everything that they could possibly want. They got a place to play video games. They got a place to do all the stuff any child would want to do in the world. No parent, like, and it's cool up until you realize, oh, it ain't all fun and games, because once you've been recruited, you got to pass your initiation.
Come on, take it easy.
Stop.
Donnie, it's your turn.
And that's when you meet Tatsu. And like, there's even a point in the I think in that introduction where
We're gonna take a break here, guys.
there's even, I think, a point in that introduction when you meet Tatsu,
We were so close.
and like one of the kids is running around and they bump into him, and you get that interaction between Tatsu and one of the kids, and you find out that, oh, they're scared of him. And then you find out why, because like they got the cats in the back sparring, and the one dude is just, you know, boopity bopping people, you know, hit him with the boop bop, bam, You know what I mean? So Tatsu's like, ah, you doing pretty good. I'm paraphrasing. And so he's like, all right, cuz, like, square up. And so he's like, ah, you doing pretty good. And dude goes to, show respect. And he goes to bow to Tatsu. And Tatsu kicked this fool clean in the forehead. He's letting us know we out here in these streets. This is real battling, son. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to end this episode here. We'll pick it up in the next one because all of this has been a terrible experience. All of it. All of it, man. Nah. We here. We here. Like, we here. Like, we got to get through this stage. Like, I don't know how I'm going to cut it up. Like, I don't know what the plan is, but, like, nah. Like, I'm leaving it running on the off chance that it just crashes again. Like, because I want to catch all that nonsense on I want to catch it on foot. I want to catch all that nonsense, like, But I'm just keep talking about that movie until then. Like, you either here or you ain't. People already don't watch any of this stuff, so, like, I have no incentive to just not make the content I want to make. To just, like, let my streams of consciousness fall out of my face. So, like, so you get, what was that? So you get Tatsu beating up on kids in they little warehouse. And, like, everything in that movie, like, has to, like, everything you see happens for a reason. Like, the dudes who put that movie together, like, the dude who wrote that movie, and the way they shot that movie was perfect. Like, it's like, oh, it could have been longer. No. It told its story, then it went home.
Close to April's
It
first
is the
pin.
exact
Now let's
opposite
find
of me.
ourselves a tall
It
building.
is not long-winded. It is like, nah, here's what we need to tell you. Like,
Come on.
but I do, oh my gosh, I kind of like this game. Like, there are games that, like, I've played that I felt were so easy they were insulting and just not fun. And then I played games that were hard and incredibly challenging, but, like, once you understood how the game was meant to be played, it's like, I like this now. This is like that middle ground. This is a game that, in theory, is hard but not challenging. And is also so simple that you don't feel like this could be that hard for me. Like, and that's definitely how I feel about the game. I definitely feel like the game itself isn't hard. Like, but I just think that the way they wrote it, the way they put the game together, like, was such, like, they did such a bad job of, like, understanding the assignment. Because I feel like, yeah, you saying that, like, oh, we're making, okay, I don't know why that's there. This game is clearly made for kids. Oh, but it's not good. It's super not good.
Come on.
Oh, God. So a second mutation. There it is. All right. I don't know what to tell you. I'm out. I'm done. I'm done. I am DUN done. I am done. I'm not playing this anymore today. I'm going home. Get out.